Early on in Mark's Gospel, and here in Mark chapter 4, the thrust was not to get on and be busy, which has often been the message in the church up until COVID struck, but the call was to travel out into uncomfortable arenas and unfamiliar neighbourhoods, specifically for the disciples to leave their Jewish turf for the unknown and feared Greek territories. Now, most of us like to relate to people who are like us, and sociology calls us bonders. We bond with those we like. But Jesus called his disciples, and he calls us, to relate to people who are not like us. Sociology calls these people bridges, bridging from one group to another. We see bonders everywhere, in church settings, at large parties, at work. We're always looking for people who are a bit more like us, where we feel comfortable. We don't like to admit it, but we're often fearful of people who are different to us and people we do not yet know. But still, the call is to leave behind what is familiar and exchange it for the unknown. So it was no surprise then that the disciples faced a sea storm that was bigger than them, bigger than they could cope with as they crossed over Lake Galilee towards the Greek territories. And that Jesus, like that previous prophet of old, Jonah, was asleep in the boat when you most needed him. Where is God when we are stretched beyond what we find comfortable? Where is God when COVID strikes and we've no idea when all of this will end? Where is God when we are in distress? Well, simply, God is with us, of course, but still expecting us, as we say, to leave our comfort zones, to meet others whose lives may well be completely out of control, to meet our enemies and those from other cultures, or people who are just not our type. I don't think Jesus cared too much for his disciples' comfort and ease. He simply expected them to travel out towards others. I don't think Jesus cares too much for our comfort and ease. And he expects us to travel towards others, towards those who are different and those who are unknown. He doesn't care too much for our comfort and ease because he already holds us with his irreducible, covenantal commitment. We simply call this his love.